Sunscreen is so important, but how do you wear it when you're wearing makeup without it wrecking your makeup or changing the look of your makeup? Keep watching and I'll show you some great options. We all know that sunscreen is very important and we should wear it every day, and I do. But it took a bunch of testing different products to find some sunscreens that I really enjoyed wearing underneath my makeup, that I didn't feel would make my makeup slide or deteriorate or change the color of my makeup. So I've got 6 great options to share with you. We all know we should wear sunscreen every day. As one very famous dermatologist said, unless you need a flashlight outside, you should be wearing sunscreen. So I try to wear it every single day, and it took me a bunch of testing different products to find some that I really enjoyed underneath my makeup, because oftentimes, you can get a white cast, which makes you look kind of grayish or strange underneath your foundation, or perhaps it just doesn't sink in well enough, and then you've got some funny stuff going on later on with sliding or just changing the way your makeup would normally wear. So I've got some options that I use all the time. I mean, I truly use all of these, and I find that my makeup wears really well. It doesn't change the look. I really enjoy them. So let's get into it. All right, first off, I'm starting with Laroche Posay. I did a whole video about this line of sunscreens a while back, and I am still using it. It was one of my first videos on YouTube, I think, somewhere in the first few months, because I really like the brand. But these two, one is an SPF 50, which is this one, and it's tinted. I don't like the untinted version of this. And then this is their SPF 60. They're both the Anthelios, let me just make sure that I say this right, broad spectrum Anthelios ultralight sunscreen fluids, and they have their patented advanced protection, which is called Celox Shield. And the 50 is water resistant for 40 minutes, and then the 60 is water resistant for 80 minutes. So I'll show you what they look like. The tinted one, well, both of these have a little shaky thing in it, and they both have very similar consistency. So there's the tinted one. And let me go ahead and get the other one here for you too, so you can just see. Very, very similar. The untinted 60, which is different because the untinted 50 to me gave us a white cast that did not really go away. I find that this tinted one is fantastic. It was a tiny bit of coverage too, I think, which is just kind of nice because, some mornings if you're just going to take a jog or something, you might want a little something on you. But I find that it doesn't really change the look too much. So there they are. I lightly rub them in. Now let's rub them in a little bit harder so they can really disappear. And as you see, they just soak right in, and I didn't even rub it in all the way. So if I just do this, you can really not even tell there's anything on my hand. So absolutely love these. I almost find that they give almost like a primer-ish feel to my skin. I usually often don't even use a primer if I use this stuff, just because it works so well on an everyday basis. We don't need 50 layers on our face necessarily, right? So love those, and you can find them at the drugstore. Target sells them last time I checked, CVS. Oh, and oftentimes CVS will put them on a sale, and then sometimes if you ask the CVS beauty person, they will have an extra coupon. So just little ways to save you some money there, because they aren't the least expensive ones out there, but they work so well and they really do last a long time. A little goes a long way. Although make sure to be generous. That's the one problem we all have with sunscreen, is we're not using enough and getting all of our areas. So make sure to do that. All right, secondly, this is Lancome. This is an SPF 50. It's the Benefit UV 50 Plus, and this will last supposedly 80 minutes of water resistancy. And it is a facial sunscreen, so this is made specifically for the face also. It reminds me a lot of the Anthelios one in the way that it goes, on. It kind of has the same kind of consistency. It does not leave a white cast at all, not even for a second. It rubs right in. So really like this one too. And let me think about the fragrances. This one smells just slightly that sunscreeny smell, not like copper tone, but just that little bit of a, I don't even know what to call it, that little tiny bit of a fragrance that sunscreens have. And then these, I don't really think, yeah, they have even less of that, almost nothing, I think, with these. I'm just trying to remember. I knew that I smelled something a little bit, yeah, just very similar to the Lancome, maybe slightly less, but once they're rubbed in, I don't smell anything. So I just thought about that because some people are very sensitive. Then a new one that I've been using is a Derma E Natural Mineral Sunscreen. This is SPF 30. This is all natural. This one goes on more like a cream. So as you can see, the consistency, you know, kind of will stand up and also rubs in very nicely. It does have a bit of white cast in the beginning. However, I tried this on my husband who has olive skin. After a couple minutes, it dissipates. It goes right into the skin, and then he doesn't look whitish, grayish anymore. But in the beginning, he does very slightly, not as badly as some other ones that are not in this mix at all, because if they turn you a color like that and it doesn't look good, I wasn't going to put it in here at all, of course. So as you can see, it's gone, it's in, and it has a very, you know, it just kind of moisturizes. You don't feel like these are completely, I just feel like my skin is soft. I don't feel any residue at all, and this one is getting there too. I also have really enjoyed this one by Purlisse, and this one is SPF 30. It is the Daily Essential Moisturizer with a broad screen SPF 30. This is for normal to dry skin, and I've got dry skin, so it's kind of perfect. This one here is more of a cream, kind of like the last one, and let me see what they say about it here for you. It has vitamin E and soy, and the proteins let skin's softer, supple side shine through. White tea calms sensitive skin and absorbs quickly for grease-free application. So this one is lovely. It's really nice. I have a few of those actually that I've gone through already too, as kind of with all of them except the Derma E and then the next one, because those are newer for me. But the other ones I've been using for years actually. So that one sinks right in, very nice. Great under makeup also. This last one by Tarte, I received in one of my lifestyle subscription boxes, and it was a very pleasant surprise. It's SPF 30, and it is the Tarte Guard 30. Let's see what it says here about it. External use, blah, blah. Put on 15 minutes before you go in the sun. Okay, yeah, so it doesn't really tell me anything. This last one was a pleasant surprise. I received this in one of my lifestyle subscription boxes, and I thought, okay, heck, I'll try it. It's by Tarte, and they generally have nice products, so I thought, what the heck. And this one comes out kind of like almost between a cream and the more gel ones. It has obviously a little bit more substance, but it's more runny than the last couple. And it goes on very nicely. It soaks in. I've used it under makeup many, many times, and I'm very happy with it. It isn't quite as transportable because this is a glass bottle covered with kind of a rubber, kind of like how in those beaker bottles, or kind of like a thicker NARS packaging cover on it. I guess if you drop it, it doesn't break. So I just leave this one on my vanity for use because, you know, it's kind of less, I'd say, friendly to throw into your bag or something. Unless it's a beach bag, then it'd be fine. But these others are more, you know, kind of plasticky kind of containers that you could toss around and they're not going to break or anything. So hopefully you will find one in this bunch that you like to wear under your makeup. Again, my all-time fave that I've used forever is this, although I honestly think all of them in here will work just about the same for you. I mean, they do for me. I mean, I'll kind of reach for all of them. And it doesn't really matter to me which one I use. I kind of have all these out and kind of cycle between them. So don't forget to wear your sunscreen all year round. If it's light out, you should be wearing it to protect yourselves. I mean, honestly, I think that is something that has really helped me with anti-aging. I'm 50 now. I kind of found out about the whole sunscreen thing around, I don't know, 17 years old, and I started wearing sunscreen. I started wearing hats. You know, when I'm in the sun, I try to protect my face. I wear sunglasses all the time, and I truly think it has a huge impact on, you know, how much, you know, you're really doing to your skin with the sun. And I mean, like, I have a couple little age spots here from, you know, when I drive in the car, right? So I actually do keep a bottle in my car of sunscreen. I put it on my hands, and I will put it, you know, touch up on my face if I'm going to be in the car for a long time, you know, or keep it in my purse, you know, like a small one or something, because that way, if you're driving and you have forgotten, or it's been hours since you put it on, you can refresh. I would highly, highly recommend that, because you're sitting and they're just getting baked through the glass kind of from all angles. And, you know, you can always tell people's driving side, I'm pretty much on every human being, they're going to have more here than here if they drive a lot, because I used to commute and all that a lot too. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Thank you so much, and have a great day or evening wherever you are.